passage with your starting gold allotment, this starting amount is replacing any gold amount that is left after you've gotten your gear. So whatever the allotment was for your gear is completely separate from this. This is what you're starting off with after everything. For those of you that are staying in an inn or have a room at an inn, this is after your upcoming night stay that's already been deducted. Okay. Any questions before we get started? Okay, good. Let's get rocking and rolling then. Okay. So let's, hold on, let me get this over here. All right, we're gonna set the scene, because this is half the fun. What are you doing? Yeah. The wind picked up as the fall chill set in for the day. Gone were the summer days of warmth and laughter. In the simple outpost of Camp Tesnery sat an old man at a campfire. Children gathered about his fire to listen to tales of old and stories shared across generations. Before, it would be stories of the portal, the Ridge War, or even tales of Vinla before it flooded. Now, only stories of the first dragon attack escapes his lips, a warning to everyone who hears it to be leery of every dragon. His deep voice carried along with the smoke from his fire, his covered wagon shielding his small circle of listeners from the wind. The dragons left the scene as the boat crumbled under the weight of the flames. The shine of their metallic scales glimmered in the rays of sun that peeked through the clouds. This was the first open attack on our kind. It's been 20 years since this attack, and to this day it is still unknown how the fire started or what became of the adventurers that once sought passage from these merchants. Some say their ghosts still haunt the waterways from Lakota to Edelon. The old man began answering questions as the children cried out for answers. The guards that were listening in on the story chuckled to themselves before heading back on their route. The sound of rustling and guards shouting caught their attention. They rushed down the back alley behind the Banshee's Cry, caught off guard by the sight of two guards engaged in a quarrel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Camp Tesnery.
So we've just had a 20-year time skip.
Yes.
This feels like that moment in Avengers Endgame where it's just like 20 years later.
You lost. 20 years later, things have gotten worse.
All right, so in the back alley behind Banshee's Cry, which is Chia, which worked out because that's where everybody ended up being, which was fantastic. I was like, this makes my life so much easier. Back behind there are two guards clad in plate armor, wrestling what appears to be a cloaked figure.
A short cloaked figure.
A short cloaked figure. One of you is on the main road. You would notice two guards essentially cutting you off to turn to head down that alleyway, where you also see a short cloaked figure being attempted to be wrangled. This would happen to be the sound that he's currently making. That's a distraction. I'm sorry. So we have two guards attempting to wrangle a small cloaked figure. Two guards that just cut you off to head down that alley. Are you going to stay and watch, or are you going to follow, or what would you like to do?
Once cut off by the guards, I actually would have gone over them.
Over.
Yeah, my character can fly.
Right.
And would have made my way in to see what's going on from the air.
Okay. Are you just going to hover, like flippy flappy, like hover far in the air? If so, please change the elevation on your character. Or are you going to land on like a roof and watch, or what are you gonna do?
Let's say that I landed on the corner of that building. Because I think having a fly speed, unless specified, you can't actually hover. You have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quick question, Cease. From where I am, would I have seen how this altercation started? Or heard how it started?
Probably. It would have started with name calling.
Oh,
So
goody. Like the guards calling the short thing names.
like they would have hollered, "Hey, you come here,"
Mhm.
and
No,
when
thank you.
and with that they've been like, "Wait a minute, get over here! Who do you think you are?" Blah 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 blah.
Nah, okay.
So that said, three of you can now see each other. What do you currently see?
Ah. Well, I don't know if they can see me.
Are you asking me to describe my character? The cloaked figure is about 3.5 feet tall. Like a big, massive hood over top their head. You can't really see much in there, but you get weird glimpses of something shiny. It's weird, like maybe it's a mask or something like that. The sleeves are so long you can't even see hands or feet or anything like that. But they're basically flopping about a little bit and seem a little uncertain of what they're doing. They're backing away from the guards as they're advancing.
Are they saying anything to the guards while they're backing away? Or motioning or anything?
After the no thank you, I don't know what the guards are doing, but he's basically just trying to avoid them.
Okay. And what do you look like, good sir?
Anybody that would have looked up to see the owl man take flight. It's another character about 3.5 feet tall. Snow White. Definitely looks like a humanoid snow owl. That's pretty much all you would see. I mean, he's wearing pretty nice clothing. And I guess is sitting kind of regally on the edge of the building. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sitting, squat, or perched?
Perched, but sitting quite proper.
Perched means you're on your feet. Sitting means you're on your butt. I need clarification here.
Perched.
Thank you. All right. So, one of the guards reaches for the cloaked figure.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna roll it to hit to see if they can actually grab you. Like, just grab a part of you. Any part. Oh no, that guy did not roll. No, he did not grab anything. A 2 was not gonna do me anything. Oh, his other buddy isn't doing good either. So they reach for you, because he rolled a 1.
Mhm.
So they reach for them. Small cloaked figure, and like They don't even get close. They're like grabbing at air, but they're still progressing forward towards the cloaked figure.
Could I like try stealthily to get closer to one of the trees that are near them, basically, and hide?
You can try, absolutely.
Okay. So with them there, I'm gonna try and like hide behind this orange tree.
Okay. That's really close.
Yeah. There is. Would you say that sound is an important part of the stealth check?
What do you mean?
Well, I get advantage on stealth checks that have like you need to be quiet for. It's part of it, or relies on it as well. So it's not just seeing, but like if I'm just trying not to be seen, it doesn't matter. But I'm trying to like they don't want to hear if they would notice sound. I guess it's weird.
To be fair, everybody would notice sound. Do they get an advantage on perception if it relies on hearing? No.
No, I get an advantage on stealth.
I know. If it relies on hearing.
Right.
They don't get a bonus to anything relying on hearing, so I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. It's indifferent.
Okay. Cool. It's just normal. Yeah. Oh my god. Did it roll? Okay, it did. Wow! Off to a great start.
You're a rogue.
First roll.
Oh yeah! Wait! Nope. It doesn't matter. It's a 24.
As far as you know, you're able to maintain stealth.
Okay. So from that vantage point, I can clearly see they're trying to grab him and failing horribly at it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to like hold my position unless it looks like they're trying to assault whoever it is. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And as you said that you're not necessarily moving as a normal creature might.
You're muted at this.
They don't look like they're disabled or something like that, but there's something odd about their motion. It's weirdly smooth.
Almost fluid.
The Nyack is gonna fly down and walk up to this guard and say,
Shiv him. Oh, sorry.
so, what seems to be the problem here?
None of your business. On your way.
Oh, but I think it is.
They have grabby hands. It's rude.
We are attempting to detain this trespasser.
I'll just unfurl and hold the scroll that I have in front of him.
The guard, like, snatches the scroll out of your hand. What is this, kindling?
I don't
And
know,
he
can you
looks
not
at-
read?
Explosive runes.
Guard gives you, like, the sneering look. This is addressed to the Overseer. Why are you giving it to me?
Because I believe it has to do with this guy.
Doesn't matter what it has to do with. It's not addressed to me. He, like, rolls it right back up and, like, throws it at you. You should have delivered it to who it belongs to and let us be about our business.
No, I don't think so.
And what are you gonna do to stop us?
Do you really want to ask that question?
Did I stutter?
It's really not a problem, Nyack. They just have grabby hands.
This feels like revenge for every crazy character voice I've ever done.
I
I love it. I love it, and I can't wait to see you try and keep it up for the next however long many months we have.
2 years later.
I know it's not a problem, but they need to stop.
We are doing our job and detaining a trespasser.
What means trespasser?
You're where you shouldn't belong.
I belong here,
No, you do not.
says you. I say I do.
The town says you do not.
Town's not a person. Town's a thing.
The master of the guards has put a warrant out to remove you from the premises violently if necessary.
I'm not hurting anybody.
You broke into 2 homes.
I mean, I went into some places that looked interesting.
Right. You broke in to 2 people's homes.
I
That
didn't
doesn't
break
belong
anything.
to you.
There were open windows.
You entered without permission into 2 people's homes.
I didn't take anything.
You have to understand that it doesn't know any better.
I don't care what it knows. It shouldn't be doing it, and it needs to leave.
I think I can take care of that.
You have 24 hours to get that thing out of our town, or we'll lock you up with it.
I mean, you could try.
I don't know, Nyack.
Well, Nyack's gonna be the one keeping you from prison, so you better get to know him.
Come on, Olive.
The guards rudely push past you, the 2 of you.
Be nice.
Those of you in the inn, what is your passive perception?
21.
18.
Or 21 and 16.
Oh, mine is 18, sorry.
18. I rolled the wrong dice. Apparently, I roll like hot garbage tonight.
We're off to a great start on this one.
My dice want to see you guys succeed. So, if any of the 3 of you might have been looking out a window, or have you either if you might have been looking out the window, or if you were sitting down in the common area, you would have heard like the guards shouting in the back. Is basically what you would have heard.
There's disturbance.
I open my window. Keep it down. Shut the window.
This town is very rude.
can't go down any further than here. I'm on the ground.
He meant to be quiet.
Then why didn't he say be quiet?
Because he's dumb.
Why did you say be quiet?
Are you going to respond, Radix, or no? Okay. I was like, I don't know if he's going to respond or not. You got like a short man outside instigating here. You two may give a perception check to see if you notice the person hiding nearby.
24.
Hey. I think that means you see me a little bit.
Yes. So what does Olive see?
Olive sees how dark is it? Like, is it at what time of day is it? I've missed that.
It is afternoon.
It is afternoon. Okay. So Olive sees a like humanoid looking thing hiding behind a tree, but as he looks further down and out from under the cloak, he sees like little hooves and like legs, and behind there's more hooves, but it's weird because like you're seeing the front side, like I'm facing towards, not side. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And you would also see that like tied onto the hooves are these very nice, ornate, padded, almost like shin guards for a horse, basically, instead of boots, because horses don't wear boots.
I'm currently envisioning like the dressage leg wraps.
Essentially, yes. And I am definitely intently watching both of you.
Little cloaked figure steps forward a little bit and says, I'm not a trespasser. You heard the guards. You can go.
I'm not a
Who are
guard.
you talking to?
Like I'll say I'm
The
not a
lady in the
guard
bushes.
and like walk out from behind the tree, and you can clearly see like it's a centaur with that's coloring is like black and white paint. I was concerned that they might try to hurt you, so
They wouldn't hurt Olive. No. They would try to hurt Olive. They wouldn't actually hurt Olive.
well, humans can be judgmental of things they do not understand.
Silly. No one understands anything.
I'm not sure that's true.
You didn't understand. Keep it down.
But down is ground. That doesn't have anything to do with sound.
Sound can be up or down.
No,
One
if
of
sound is
these-
high or how sound is low, yeah. Like if I climb up on top of a building and yell, then sound is high.
But also loud is high. Pretty much. Anyways, yeah. I was busy here. I got distracted by you guys, so you seem to be okay.
Well, guards aren't a problem. Annoying, rude.
Yes, they are very. I would suggest you stay unseen by them as much as possible.
Wait. Nyack, why are you here?
I was sent to come get you.
I'm not going back.
I think you are.
Gonna make me? He seems eager.
I don't want to have to make you. I'm hoping you do it willingly.
I mean, I'll go back when I'm done
Done what?
exploring.
Exploring the world.
You could
There's a
you
lot
could
of
do
world.
that forever.
Yeah.
Not forever. I think I worked it out. It would be like 83 years, give or take.
I don't think the alchemist is going to wait that long.
I mean, he's immortal, isn't he?
Yes, she is.
So she can wait.
She's not going to want to.
That seems like the alchemist's problem.
Like, you realize I'm not the only one she sent out, right?
Not the first one I've ducked either.
I mean, technically, you didn't duck him because he's here, so you just say.
Yet.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
ducked him. I have ducked others.
Hmm.
Where did you duck others?
There's someone in Lakota. I assume they were with you. I didn't stop to ask.
You have to go back willingly.
I will. In about 83 years.
No. No. Like, well, you heard we have to get out of this town within 24 hours.
Technically, the guards said they want me to leave in 24 hours. They've got to look at to catch me if I don't.
You know, eventually your luck is going to run out.
Hasn't yet.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Will you at least go see the governor with me?
Sure. Don't have much else to do around here anyway. This place isn't all that interesting.
It's a trading post. What did you expect?
I don't know. That's why I came here.
You never been to a trading post before?
Not to this trading post.
Hmm. So when you say you want to explore the world, you literally mean like every single place, like you have to cross back and forth across paths so you go across everything? Or like places where people are?
I mean, a rock's a rock. I don't need to see every single rock.
Ah, but some rocks are special.
And I would make a detour for the special rocks.
What
But-
if nobody's found the special rock before?
Maybe I'll be out here longer than 83 years.
I'm glad
You-
I could help.
You realize that if you just worked with the alchemist, people like me could take you places. And you could do this faster.
But then I wouldn't be doing it. You'd be taking me to places you wanted me to go.
No, I would be taking you to places you want to go.
I already go to places I want to go.
But you would get there faster. It wouldn't take 83 years.
Then I might miss the special rocks you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Nyack slow turns over to the horse lady.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
I mean, it was a fair point, right?
I suppose. Nyack would probably try to lead Olive toward the governor's house at that point.
I'll willingly go.
Just out of curiosity, what do you guys want with the governor here? Like, people.
I was sent with a message regarding retrieving a possession of hers.
Something stolen?
Not necessarily. Not so much stolen as gotten up and walked away, and he points at Olive.
People aren't possessions.
Tell that to
Olive
the
isn't
alchemist.
people.
Hey!
I mean, Olive seems like people.
Thank you.
Oh, Olive is definitely a being. But Olive isn't people.
What makes a people a people?
Recognition.
Recognized you?
I think they're
Recog-
osteofascists. They think bones mean something. If you have bones, you're people. If you don't, you're not.
You don't have bones?
You. Sharp, spiky things inside me? No thanks.
I mean, they're not spiky. Like, no spikes.
I mean, those spiky bits on your feet look pretty hard, Sharp.
Is Olive's hood still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, you could probably get a pretty decent glimpse inside. There's just like a shiny surface in there.
Fascinating. And, like, you mentioned sharp, spiky things on feet, and she, like, picks up her hooves and is like, eh. You would notice as she puts down her hooves, there's no sound at all. The hooves hitting the ground. I don't know. I don't know. I think you're people, Olive. You seem like people.
Why don't we get this trip to the governor over with?
Yes, let's.
Then I'll decide if I have to run away again.
You could just not go to the governor, then you wouldn't have to run away again.
I get to meet the governor.
If-
That's kind of fun.
If you could stop, that would be great.
Sorry. I'm just saying. You
Stop
know.
what?
Not you, you're fine.
All right. Well, good luck to you guys, and I hope the governor doesn't do terrible things to you.
Oh, he won't.
Okay. See this building that's to the left of the inn? What is that?
That one?
Yep.
Somebody's home.
Oh, okay. That's not like a barn or anything like that. Cool.
Are you
Alright.
looking for a barn?
Well, I was hoping there would be a stable or something nearby.
Please tell me you're not just gonna play a
Stable.
horse.
No.
I was gonna say, are you looking for a place to sleep?
It's afternoon. No, I was just curious. All right. I'm gonna go back to hiding around the inn then and keeping
Maybe
watch
looking
on
for somewhere
things.
to get shoot.
Okay. So Olive and Nyack have headed off to see the governor. No, let's not sing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's you indeed.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't muted. I've had a sinus infection for 2 weeks.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's been literally daily nosebleeds. It's been awful.
Yeah.
So you enter. So you knock on the governor's door, and a older woman answers. What can I do for you?
Hello, I have a message for the governor.
I see. He's currently in a meeting. If you'd like to wait for him in the parlor, I can make that available for you.
I suppose.
Will you both be staying for the meeting?
Yes.
Aw.
And she very calmly gestures for you to enter the home. As soon as you're both through the door, she shuts the door and walks you into the downstairs parlor room, where you notice there's a beautiful fireplace and couches, and it's just it's quaint. It's not elegant, it's not regal, but it's quaint and it's comfortable. And you can tell it's very well cared for. He might be a minute, well, several minutes actually. Could I get either of you something to drink?
Perhaps some tea.
Absolutely. Would you like hot tea or mulled tea?
Hot, please.
Very well. And for you, sir?
I'm
She-
good.
Okay.
And I'm not a sir.
Well, you don't sound like a ma'am.
I'm not a ma'am.
So if it's okay, I'd like to call you sir.
My name's Olive.
Children these days. It's getting stranger and stranger. I'll be right back with your tea. And she walks off muttering something about Olive is a girl's name. That was definitely not a girl, and something. She comes back just a couple minutes later. Hot pot of water, tea in a cup, all that good stuff, ready to go. Pours the hot water into the cup. It says nothing, just pours it, and goes to walk out again. Feel free to, I want to say make yourselves at home, but that's not, have a seat and be comfortable, I guess would be the correct term. The governor, should be with you guys shortly. And she, it's got the sliding barn door style, and she just shink, closes the door behind her. And you are left, the two of you, and a roaring fire in the fireplace.
Nyack will read over the scroll that he was given for the governor.
Okay.
Just getting the gist of talking points. He likes to be well prepared.
Would Olive be doing anything?
Olive will be casually trying to read over top of Nyak's shoulder.
Nyack will actually kind of tilt the scroll so that Olive can read it also.
The gist of the scroll is literally that they would like Olive returned to them promptly in the event that they do come across Olive. It's the gist of it. The spelling looks less like a name and more like a sample number, if that makes sense. And the instructions actually describe what to look for more so than just if you see this person. It's if you see a animated animated liquidized form impersonating a humanoid.
It's not inaccurate.
Yeah. Can we not play, please? Thank you. The governor, like you hear the doors creak as they slide open, and standing before you is the governor. He's actually a younger man. You would originally think that it would be an older man there. He's not fairly young, but he's younger. Clean shaven hair. He has longer hair. It's pulled back out of his face. Dark hair, dark eyes. I was informed the two of you also wanted to meet with me.
As soon as the
Hold on, I have to mute.
As soon as the door cracks, Nyack rolls the scroll up real quick and pops up and kind of gives a shallow bow. And yes, I have a message for you.
I see. What is the message?
Well, here you can have the scroll, but this being made its way into your town, and your guards were giving it problems.
Road.
But I have come to retrieve this being. So if you could let your guards know to leave it alone, that would be great.
I didn't even know that there was a problem with the guards. To be fair, I've got bigger issues I'm dealing with. So, hold on. Let me read this. Oh. And he looks at the scroll and he looks up at Olive. Looks at the scroll. Looks at Olive. Are you impersonating a human?
I don't think I've ever said that I'm human. I'm pretty short to pretend to be a human.
It's fair. Well, as long as you abide by the laws of the town, I don't care.
See,
and you can hear exhaustion in his voice.
That's where you may have a little bit of a problem. It doesn't really understand law.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
My name is Nyack. Nyack Snowtail.
And Nyack, the one that's with you, what is that one's name?
This is Olive.
Okay.
Hi.
Olive, If someone tells you it is unlawful to do something, do you know what that means?
I know they don't want me to do it.
Do you know what happens if you do it?
They try and grab me.
Okay. Let me give you a clearer understanding. Do you know what a noose is?
Are you talking about hanging me?
I'm just asking if you know what it is.
Yes, I know what a noose is.
Okay. Do you know what happens when a humanoid is introduced to a noose very closely, as in around their neck?
I have seen executions, yes.
Okay. So, if a law is broken too many times, as in more than once, because once we give leniency, twice we begin executing.
Okay, so by executing you mean you'll put my head in a noose and then drop me?
By executing, I mean I will kill you by any means necessary to stop laws from being broken.
That seems excessive.
It's because I don't have time for this. I don't have time for people to enter my town and break laws. Laws are there to keep people safe and keep the people that live here feeling safe. If they no longer feel safe, they will start rioting, and it won't be me executing you, it will be them. I don't want that. I don't want anybody being executed, which is why I gave leniency on the first issue of a law being broken. If you're not sure if it's a law or not, I'm going to trust Nyack here to guide you and tell you if it's legal or not to do something. If it is illegal, please do not do it. Find something else to do instead. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to be a problem.
I don't want you to be a problem either, but I'm trying to make sure I explain this very clearly in a way that you would understand. Because I feel like I'm talking to my little child.
It's very curious, but entirely harmless.
That's not
Unless-
true.
I was going to say, unless you piss it off.
And
Okay, that's fair.
fine, but I need the people who reside here, the people who live here, to feel safe. If they do not feel safe, then the whole town falls apart. And the whole town falling apart cannot happen. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does to me.
Does it make sense to you, Olive?
Yeah, you don't want the town to fall apart. I don't want the town to fall apart. It's a nice town.
Beautiful. So by not breaking laws, the town does not fall apart. By breaking laws, the town falls apart. Does that make more sense?
Yes.
Okay. I will speak to the captain of the guard and let him know that as long as Olive is with you, Nyack, they are to not mess with him. So Olive, please don't wander far from Nyack. Okay. Is there anything else you guys need?
That was all from me. I was sent to deliver that message, and now I've done it and secured Olive.
Okay, well, it looks like I don't need the message anymore. He tosses it in the fireplace. Because you have taken care of this issue. And I now have to go deal with prevention of rioting because somebody said they saw a dragon. So, if you'll excuse me.
Where did they see a dragon?
The northern part of town somewhere. I've got to go figure this out. It's probably somebody overreacting about a large lizard, but who knows? I don't know. So, if you do need anything, my wife will be happy to help you, but I need to go address this. Yes, you can see yourselves out, and he just turns and starts walking away.
Nyack will turn to Olive and say, So no more breaking and entering, okay? Even though you're not breaking, I know. No.
Did not break anything.
No more entering without permission.
Can we go see the dragon? I haven't seen a dragon yet.
I would
Not up close.
I would rather not.
That's why I'm out here, though.
Dragons aren't. They're not friendly.
Oh, I know. Everyone was very clear about that.
So why would you want to get close to one?
I mean, they're ruining the world, aren't they?
Yes. More reason not to
So-
get close to one.
Or we can stop them from ruining the world.
How? By telling them not to?
I was thinking more like sucking the life out of them until they were a dead husk on the ground.
I mean, that's easier said than done with the dragon.
But it can be done. In theory.
In theory, yes. By you and me alone? No.
So we need more people.
Yes, exactly. More people. Mm-hmm.
So I'll find more people, we'll get together, we'll kill all the dragons, and then I can go back.
Nyack will just kind of slowly turn to walk away and mutter, "It's amazing nobody ever thought of that before." And then he'll look back towards the fireplace and go, "I could have used that parchment."
Those of you that are still hanging out at the inn, are you doing anything in particular?
I had been in my room just waiting on anything whatsoever to occur, but I think I definitely would have gone downstairs to
I think your
have
internet
a
is
meal or
failing you.
something, just to be, yeah, clearly. Hold on.
I like the individual pixels.
Yeah,
that
they-
I'm seeing now.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's back up to speed again.
Am I good? Okay. I would have gone downstairs to eat, just be around. Nothing in particular.
Okay. I know Northern's character's down there. Splenda, where's your character?
My character would be sitting alone at a table, trying her best to look unassuming.
Okay, so you'd also be down in the common room of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
You both see a dragon enter the room.
Describe.
Oh, describe myself. Hood down, but a very patinaed copper dragonborn, probably about 6'5". Not very muscular, actually kind of scrawny, more like a salamander, I guess. And I would just be hailing down, I guess, a worker, a barmaid, whoever, to grab a place to sit. And yeah, I'd say stocky shoulders, but cloaked in a brownish garb, whatever the explorer's kit came with.
Okay.
What color scales did you have?
Copper, but like around the mouth, they're very green. I mean, you can I think of it almost like a subtle cheetah.
I was gonna say, oh, you have a patina?
Mm-hmm.
The barmaid hears you but doesn't turn around because she's busy like loading cups onto a tray, and just hollers back, "Seat yourself, hun, anywhere you want," and just keeps doing what she was doing.
Okay.
You do notice a lot of, like, not uncommon for you, but stares, glares, people watching you as you move across the room, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and I'm owning it. Like, a lot of, "How do you do? Good to see you today." And I'll be like right up front near the door then.
Okay.
I try even harder to be unassuming and invisible. I'll like shrink into myself, and she'll be having like a cup of tea, and she'll be going like, kind of over
Not
it.
be afraid.
Do you address her directly?
Yes.
She immediately stops looking at you. Immediately.
Remember this, Dave, that you are too shameful to address someone as an equal.
She doesn't look at you or respond in any way.
Mm.
If anything, she'll pull her hood down a little bit further.
Mm-hmm. Walk away to the table or bar stool or whatever near the front of the door.
Okay. Yeah,
Front of the-
you would find tables everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
My character's in one corner, just silently working his way through a flagon of something. You know, he's aware that there's been stares that have been happening since the dragonborn entered the room. But he doesn't even look up from his drink. But as he's drinking away, and his mouth's in his cup, he just points a finger towards the dragonborn, the dragonkin. Sorry, not dragonborn. Wrong game. He just points a finger, and his lips move within his tankard. And Radix, your character in your head, just hears a voice saying, in like hushed, whispery tones, you just hear a voice say, "People are often afraid of what they do not understand. Walk with pride. You can respond to this message." The last bit isn't actually said, but you get attention that you can.
I thought you were actually doing the thing.
No. But you can respond. No, that was the joke. But you get
Yes.
sense that the thought in your head, you can in turn respond to it.
Then knowing what spell this is, you just hear, cheers.
What's your
And-
perception by chance?
16.
You'll probably just notice somebody in a corner just tilts his flagon towards your way and just raises it slightly before continuing to drink.
I don't know if I actually would have noted. Like, I don't think I would have been looking at the back of the room. I just would have done the.
It's up to you if you wanted to see it, but
Yeah.
yeah, there is just a slight indication in your direction.
And since it's middle of the day, after a while, I might head out. But as of right now, I'm good.
Yeah. Otherwise, Six, my character has been sat there basically while he's trying to not gain any attention to himself. He's been paying attention to the conversations around him, listening for anything that sounds like potential work or a clue as to something going on in the area or something he might pick up on. Again, with a 21 passive perception, just in case there was anything that sounded like something worth doing.
You hear like hushed whispers about a dragon in the north of town, like somebody heard a rumor and they're just sharing the rumor. Nothing really major. Those of you inside the inn, I do need a perception roll.
Not bad.
I'm trying to find my character sheet in my 20,000 open tabs.
I clicked roll and nothing's happening.
I found, yeah,
Oh,
so
right.
after you roll, tab to the
Yeah,
map.
that's why I did it on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Dang, I rolled low.
Okay, now that I found my sheet, what am I rolling for?
Perception.
So ignore the 13 because it should be an advantage, and instead it's just rolled 2 dice. Perception is a +6, so it's a 15.
Because
not
you did a
13.
perception roll, not a perception check.
Yeah, no. It was a perception. It was a perception roll, but because I roll with advantage, instead it's just rolled 2d20 on the sheet when it's actually it should be the highest one of those +6. Because my perception is +6, so. The thing messed up when I rolled across.
Is he a good boy? Yeah, you're a good guy. You're a good kitten. He is purring so hard right now.
Can I help you, Maddie? Do you need to go out? Okay.
Will
So
it
yeah,
hit?
if you roll again, if you roll an advantage on outside of the game sheet, when you go into the game sheet, all it just does is add up the 2 d20s that you rolled and doesn't add anything to it. I have learned today.
Yeah, you have to do the advantage
Yeah,
in the
just do it all
sheet.
in like the sheet on
Yeah,
the
that was my mistake. I was looking at the wrong page.
It's a pain. I also don't like that, like, when I do something on the other tab in the sheet, because, like, popping out the sheet in the tab with the map acts up sometimes, so I do it in a different tab. It won't actually roll on the tab that I rolled. I have to go back to the game tab
Yeah, you
to
have to go
see
back.
it rolled.
That's when I did that, and instead of my advantage on perception check, it just rolled 2 d20 and added them together. So yeah, mine should be a 15. Is that a BB-8 underneath your table?
Me?
Well, yeah, behind you. On the floor, there's like a white ball. Yeah, is that a BB-8 on the floor?
Oh, no, that's a globe, actually.
Oh, okay.
A globe from, like, the 70s, so it's probably not remotely accurate.
So Radix is the only one that passed the perception check. So you
Okay.
received a message.
Hi, cutie pie. Yes, you're so cute.
I would kind of do one of these, lean back in my chair, heels. Take another sip of whatever I was drinking, stand up, and walk outside. Is the north the exit?
Yes.
I'm outside, I guess.
So as soon as you step out of the inn, you see a commotion.
To the
Like immediately outside the inn, outside the door,
Mhm.
on that road.
Okay.
Where'd my page go? So like here,
Mm-hmm.
there's people all over the place shouting.
At me.
About a dragon that they swear is in the inn. So, because it's like one of those, like, as soon as you open the door, you hear it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the choice of just backing up and closing the door or stepping out.
Oh, I step out.
Of course, why not? Like, silly me. What was I thinking? You step out, and immediately everybody's screaming at you. There's probably at least 20 people just screaming, pointing, you're not welcome here, you shouldn't be here, nothing you haven't heard before. The guards are trying to tell everybody to disperse and to go about their business. The governor is there addressing people directly, telling them, like, and you hear him very clearly, this is a trading post. Everyone is welcome. Period. And he's just saying that to everybody.
I'm assuming I see this happening from my vantage point at the corner looking around.
Oh, you would have seen it forming. Like, it's
Yeah.
just a loud ruckus. Ain't nothing quiet about it.
Once the doors open, can we hear that quite clearly from inside?
You hear a ruckus, absolutely. The door, I don't know if the door would have been open long enough to pick up on every
Sure.
detail. Like, you wouldn't have heard the governor saying stuff or whatever, but you would have definitely heard the crowd yelling random stuff.
I'm gonna just finish my drink and make my way towards the exit, and I'm standing behind the Dragon King, and just the mood, trying to gauge a mood of the crowd. Does it seem more panicked or likely to be aggressive in any way, or is this one of those where they're just in an uproar and they're scared, or they're in an uproar and some of them look like they're going to form a lynch mob?
Hard to say.
Okay.
I am walked out, just hands behind my back, kind of taking it all, and maybe address a couple people firmly and calmly as I can.
There is nothing calm about this crowd. You calmly address somebody saying something, and at least 3 more people scream back at you.
I will walk up to. I would not have met the governor, obviously, before, but would this just come off as the person who is issuing the orders that is not part of the guard?
So the captain of the guard is there as well. But you hear people addressing him, saying, "You're the governor. You're supposed to be making sure this place is safe. Why aren't you doing that?" And he's responding again with, "This is a trading post. Everyone is welcome here to trade. We are not evicting people just because you don't like them." Nyack and Olive would probably hear the ruckus going on in the north of town, or at least see people running past you to hurry up and go see it. Just so you guys can start thinking about what your characters might do.
Who seems to be in charge? Say, "Excuse me, how may I help?"
I don't know if you can. Everybody has apparently woken up on the floor today. I don't even know what happened.
I'm not here to cause conflict.
Yeah, I'm aware, but obviously, everybody's got a hair up their butt about something.
They are troubling times, yes, but I'm willing to do what's best for everyone's safety.
We've lost him again.
What was that?
What can I do to help?
I think we lost half of that sentence, right?
The first half, yeah.
You went
Yeah.
very robotic for a moment.
You said, I'm willing
Okay.
to, and then we didn't hear anything until you said, how can I help?
Okay, then basically it was just saying, for everyone's safety, I'm willing to go the extra mile to, accommodate for the town. Obviously I'm seen as a problem.
I don't believe in evicting people from our town. Especially not someone who... Well, I'm gonna go off of what you're currently dressed, and if I'm incorrect, please correct me, but someone who is a known hunter, if I'm reading the posture correctly here, which means you're vital to our society. Our town wouldn't exist without people like you, so it's not appropriate for them to treat you this way.
The simplest things that come to people are emotional, and that's fine. But what also keeps everyone safe is eliminating the problem. So if it becomes a problem, please, I will be in this inn until my business is, finished.
And I will start shackling people in the square if they don't go back to their homes. You hear the captain of the guard go, "Hear that, boys? We gotta bust out the shackles." And all of them start echoing it enough that the townsfolk start hearing and realizing what's going on.
Give him a firm kind of grasp on the shoulder and walk back inside.
Okay. I don't know where Northern's character is. Last I heard, he was standing behind you.
Yeah, I was still in the doorway. I was waiting to see if this turned ugly, because I had a plan if it had, to get him out safely, but it seems like, things are satisfied. So as he turns to head his way back in, I just give him a nod under the hood. And as he goes in, I make my way out of the tavern.
Are you going anywhere in particular?
Yeah, to the guy that seemed to be in charge of the whole thing, that was yelling and giving orders. Well, the person that seemed to be somewhat having some semblance of control in this area.
The governor did the initial shouting, and the captain of the guard repeated his cue.
Yeah, I'm heading for the governor. Oh, well, the thing is, in character-wise, I'm just assuming that's the person who's in charge, as they're the person who was doing all the talking and probably looked the smartest dressed.
Okay.
He just goes up and goes, rough day.
Obviously.
I don't suppose that was the shouts of a dragon that was in the north of town that people were so worried about, were they? Or do we have an actual dragon to deal with as well?
I don't know yet. I got stopped to come deal with this.
Well, if you like, I don't mind going out and finding these things out for you.
I don't care.
Sorry, I missed that last part.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. I have nothing left in me. I'm heading to go meet with another set of guards to discuss what's going on in the north. So if you want to go venture off and tame a dragon, go for it.
Oh, I have no intention of dealing with the thing on my own. I just thought, you know, rumors are dangerous if left unchecked.
You do know I'm a governor, right?
I didn't, but you seem to be someone of some importance the way you... I guessed from the well-dressed clothing and the shouting out loud that you had some level of control here.
Governor.
Noted.
I know politics. I know rumors get out of hand. So do people.
Indeed. People often do.
So unless you have something important to talk about, I need to get this mob settled down, and then I need to be about my business.
Crowd control isn't really my thing. I'll leave you to it.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
He nods at you and goes into the thick of the crowd to start help ushering people out of there.
I'm going to head up towards the north gate.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Timing wise, I guess it would have depended how long that situation would have lasted, but I would have gotten up in the middle of my meal or whatever, so I think I would have just gone to finish.
The moment Olive heard a ruckus, Olive would have been gone.
Nyack would have been right behind Olive, trying to keep him out of trouble.
I am still doing my damnedest to hide behind a cup of tea.
I'm going to follow after Northern.
So now that Northern has made his character blatantly apparent, what does your character look like that the centaur is quickly following behind?
For now, you just see from the back, I guess, you would just see a tall, slim figure, shield on his back with an eye in the middle, a sword in a scabbard on his hip, his left hip, and if your hearing's any good, you can probably hear the rustling of metal underneath, like a large cloak and hood. And that's from the back, that's what you would see.
So she would have seen you come out of the tavern also.
Oh, from the front, you might have just glimpsed a glint of very, very pale skin, like almost whitish pale. You wouldn't have seen much from the top. Like it's like an overhang hood. It's like if I was to say the hood's like there, so you'd probably catch very dark lips, very almost like inkish black, but contrast to pale skin.
Okay.
Almost like a gaunt expression on the face. Like you can see like a very thin, like cheekbones really do stand out, very sharp, and that would be it. From the front, you would have seen the mail armor that is underneath the cloak and hood.
Cool.
Are you following at a pace, or are you following stealth?
I was gonna try and stealth after you.
That's okay.
What is Olive's movement?
Fast.
55 feet. If I want to go full
Jeez.
speed.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh
I
right,
was like,
monks.
what?
Goddamn monks.
Yeah. This is why he can get away from everybody all the time and escape.
Nyack, you are quick. Your charge is quickly outrunning you.
He's
All
probably
of us
used to it.
keeping their pace down so that Nyack can keep up, but not by much.
You guys arrive to the northern road just as the mob is starting to disperse and the shouting has quieted down. You do hear the captain of the guard yell something about getting out the shackles.
I was going to skid to a stop and say, I didn't do a crime. Why would they get the shackles out?
I don't think they're talking about you.
Sorry.
Also, it's funny that they have things like shackles and nooses. And it'd be kind of fun to see them try.
I
Not
was
fun enough to try it.
I was going to make that point with the governor, and then he clarified any means necessary.
Yeah, they'll probably get to stabbing sooner or later.
All right. To the northern, you don't notice anything, in anything out of the ordinary outside the gate. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm hocking my lungs out here. Sorry. I see there's a path on the map, but then I see there's trees either side. Does that like branch out into like a forest either way? Okay. I'm gonna. You'll see him walking forwards, and instead of going on the path, he goes more like in a straight direction, and he's heading in toward the trees. And just as he gets to the trees, he unsheathes his sword, which I don't know how close Ali's staying to my character.
I was about to like try to stay around like that far away.
Okay, you will notice if you're keen enough that this sword looks battered. Like, this sword is cracked, the edges aren't even dull, they are nicked. It looks really, really out of shape. Like, this thing doesn't look like it could cut cheese. It's that bad. And he just runs a finger along the end of it. I'm going to burn a second level slot here. And inky blackness just starts to emanate from the sword, and I'm casting darkness on the blade.
Ah.
And I just walk into the forest. So that is a 15-foot radius around me of just inky black magical blackness.
Interesting.
Okay.
So like you are enshrouded in the blackness, not just your blade is right. Okay.
Yeah. And
But it's
because
moving with you.
Yeah, and because it's a darkness that I cast, I can see straight through it.
Yeah.
Shadow, sorcerer for the win.
Do you have the devil sight?
I do, but that's irrelevant to this because of a class feat. Any darkness I cast, I can see into it anyway. But I also have devil sight for other reasons.
Is there a purpose to casting that?
Yeah, it's just basically so I can move through the woods unseen. I mean, apart from the fact there is a great big black shadow moving, you don't know where I am within it.
Yeah.
Or in the case of anything going forwards, they don't know what's in it.
How far into the forest are you planning to go?
Just keep walking until I'd
Find the
probably give it a
dragon?
15-20 minute walk and just see how far, and just think, see if I can hear or spot anything. Like, I'm trying to move quietly, which is hard because the chainmail gives me a disadvantage on stealth, but I'm trying to, like, not move too quickly that all I can hear is because I want to be able to listen out for other things.
Okay.
But
So-
I can hold the darkness for up to 10 minutes. So I'm only going to go about 5 minutes out of town and just see what I can hear and see, and then make my way back.
You see nothing.
Okay. After 5 minutes of going out, I just turn around and make my way back then.
Okay.
And like as the spell ends, the sword is being sheathed once more. And the shield is back on my back and just walking back into town.
During that 10-minute jaunt, is anybody else doing anything? Radix, you would have finished your meal, I'm assuming, by within 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably. But unless there was another commotion, I think the only thing, unless something else happens, I might go grab food from the market or something to just not cause conflict, kind of just keep low. Stay in my room or something to not be a problem.
You do notice, as you're heading up to your room, you do notice that there are guards sitting in the tavern now that hadn't been sitting there before. And it's obvious, like, they're keeping the peace because someone says something under their breath and they like glare at them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, knock it off. Stop being children. Yeah, just like little
To be
stuff like
clear,
that.
all of the guards have been okay. That's, am I getting any of the town vibe from the guards either?
No, like they're legit just, I'm here to do my job.
Okay.
What are Olive and Nyack doing?
When we get to the corner here and it's clear everything's breaking up, we'll just turn to Nike and say, we missed it.
Yes, I suppose we did.
So what now, kidnapper?
Kidnapper?
That's unfair. You haven't kidnapped me yet.
I'm only here to bring you home.
But I don't want to go home.
Sometimes we do things we don't want to do. Like, I would rather be studying than out here babysitting you.
Well, I mean, you can go back. It's fine.
Not without you. I like the privileges I have.
I don't even know why the alchemist wants me back. His tests are boring.
Boring but necessary. And probably because you keep doing what you're not supposed to do.
Everybody has all these rules.
That's how society works. You heard the governor. Without the laws, society falls apart.
Yeah, I heard the governor. If I don't do what he says, he'll kill me.
Are you two having this conversation in the middle of the road, or are you walking anywhere?
I'm following Olive, so
Olive didn't have anywhere else to go, so I'm not moving anywhere.
Okay. Arlie, would you have followed Northern into the forest? Okay. Just so I can figure out where everybody's at right now. Okay, you guys can continue.
I didn't catch Ali's response. Did she follow or not? Okay.
yeah, he may have been a bit rude with the, threats of death, but you do have to follow the rules, even if something is interesting.
That makes it a game. I have to find a way to do what I want, but stay within the rules.
I never thought of the law that way. But yes. I cannot find a flaw in your logic.
I don't want to make people upset, so it's fine.
I think when they're having this conversation is when I would like exit the inn to go down to the market. If either of them are perceptive enough to. So I'll exit the Banshee's Cry and start making my trek.
Do you go east or west?
Yeah, I'll go east.
Okay. I would imagine at some point you guys would see him walking through town.
I suppose that's the dragon they were talking about.
He's smaller than I thought he'd be. It's definitely loud enough for Dante to hear at this point.
The thing is, people are dumb.
Yes, it's good to see you too.
I was not referring to you when I said people are dumb. I don't know you. You might be dumb.
That's kind of rude.
Your child is right. It is quite rude.
I am not a child.
It is not a child.
That was also rude.
It is rude. You don't know any better. He does.
But wait, what was rude?
You don't think I'm a person.
No, but
Are
you are
not?
a being.
Wait.
I mean, look at this man. He's dragonborn. They are, barely people.
That's rude.
You'll learn.
Thank you for that observation. That small being there is very astute.
Thank you.
Do you have a problem with my heritage?
No.
Then why say something as if we're barely people?
That's the way it is it not?
Not exactly. Both of my parents look just like me.
Okay. I won't say anything rude about your parents.
Could be worse. My dad looks nothing like me, and he's a dick. He's a dick. Is
That's
Dad right? She's a parent, but she didn't birth me.
That would be mom, not dad.
But moms give birth. She didn't
Mom-
birth me.
Moms are, well, I mean, if you want to get technical, but moms are just female parentage.
Oh.
Remember I told you about seahorses.
Are you sure he's not a child?
He has the mind of one.
That is also rude.
I just make a raspberry sound out of him.
Ah. This was a pleasant detour. Have a pleasant day.
I apologize for my kidnapper.
I am
I
not your
saw-
kidnapper.
And turn.
I was sent to bring him home. I am not his kidnapper. I am his rescuer, returner. He is my charge. However you want to say it.
Do you feel safe with him?
Yes, but it's because I don't consider him a threat.
And why does he need to bring you home?
I said that my mother, I guess, is a dick.
That seems like a very strict household if that is the requirement, but
I got all the way here from the quorum. I'm fine.
And we've been trying to track you down since.
And you've not been doing a good job, because I'm totally fine on my own.
take care.
Sure thing, Robot Man.
I don't have a very high perception in this game. Perception.
You froze up again for a minute there. Something about perception. That's all I got.
Oh, yeah, you guys froze out for me too. My Wi-Fi must just be going out, but I just said, yeah, I don't have a very high perception, so I don't think I would have heard Robot Man.
That
I think
was
it was just a crack at what you're breaking up anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, stupid storms. Bad snow. Interfering. So the Dragonborn continues on his way to the market, leaving the two of you chatting on the corner as Northern comes back into town.
He like gives them both a look of, I don't think I've ever seen one of you before, and I don't think I've ever seen one of you before. Doesn't say anything, but he's giving them like a, well, that's something you don't see every day, and just gives them a nod and brushes past.
So Olive is cloaked. You can't tell what Olive is.
Oh, sorry. I
so-
apologize then.
Okay. So Nyack would be the only one that you could tell.
But still, Olive's quite diminutive, correct?
Olive looks more or less like a Jawa without the glowing eyes right now.
Oh, right. Are you unhooded?
He's fully hooded up, yeah.
All right. So he just looks like a child height.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Nyack walking around with a kid.
Okay. So it's Nyack and a child. So
Nyack
looking
is
at
the
Nyack,
same.
like-
Nyack is the same height.
Yeah. So I just see the two of them. I just assume it's two of Nyack then. It's another one of whatever Nyack looks like. Only the shape seems a bit different. But never mind.
He's got
He's
big
never
fucking
seen-
wings.
Pardon?
He's got big fucking wings.
I know, but well, you've got a cloak on. You never know. You could just be a skinny one. He's never seen an owlkin before. This is new to him. He just looks at you both and gives you a nod as he passes. Like as you pass, you basically just see, because with your height, you'd be able to look upward. If you do, you'd just be able to look upward, and you just see the palest pink elf you've ever seen. Like, you know the meme about goth kids who never go out into the sunlight? It's that. It's like he makes Marilyn Manson look tanned, kind of pale.
Where are you headed, Northern?
Probably towards the governor's house.
Okay. Arlie, are you still following him?
No, I was hoping he'd find something interesting. It's still afternoon-ish time, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the markets are split up into wood and metal, small miscellaneous, and then food stuff, right?
Yep.
Essentially. I'd probably head towards the food area to try and get some food for the night.
Okay. About the time that you make it down to the market, you would notice the Dragonborn hanging out there. And...
Oh, if Olive and Nyack are still there when I go by, I wave at them.
Do either of you want to respond to...
Olive will wave as she walks by.
Nyack would bow. Shallow.
I imagine Olive is like...
Yeah, it's like a flapping sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Is
Was
Nyack's bow like really fast, like a bird with like the peck?
No.
No, I'm not one of
feel like-
the little drinking bird things.
That'd be hilarious.
I kind of feel like with his hood up and his height and the way that he moves, Olive kind of looks like a Tonberry with the hood up, kind of thing, like the waddle.
Mm-hmm.
Only at 55 feet around, that's a very fast waddle.
When he hits that speed, it's like not really walking anymore.
I want to imagine like your whole body just like starts doing cartwheels, like some it's on cello just flopping over itself.
Okay. So I don't know how long Olive and Nyack would be hanging out on the corner chit-chatting. I've got Arlie and Radix down at the market getting food. And then Northern, you're on the way to the governor's house.
Yeah.
We'll resolve that first. When you get there and knock on the door, a lady answers the door. Yes, how can I help you?
Yes, please inform the governor that pending our previous conversation, I took the liberty of a wander out of town, and you can safely quell the rumors of a dragon in the north.
Right, and who are you?
Have a good day. Turns around and leaves.
I can't give him a message if I don't know who you are. You hear the door slam behind you. At the market, you guys both encounter like hushed whispers, but they are still eager to take your coin for obvious reasons.
Mhm.
And is there anything in particular you are looking for at the food market?
I assume my diet would be pretty heavily meats and cheeses, or probably not bugs. Yeah, but
Bugs?
sorry, hold on, cat.
I'm looking for fruits and cheeses and bread, basically.
Yeah.
So most of your fruits, it's fall. Most of your fruits are not in season. Very few vegetables are in season. Bread is readily available. Salted meats are readily available. And cheese is available, but it does seem to be pricier than you remember.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just grab the essentials to have a lot on hand, basically, so that I can hide out if necessary.
Okay. So just do like basic rations, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to get the stuff together to fulfill basic rations. If it's not already in your inventory, be sure to like add it and mark it off.
This was just effectively me RPing, actually getting the rations that I own.
Perfect.
already, but-
Perfect.
Mhm.
It is roughly we'll say like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the afternoon is coming to an end. Evening is coming up upon you. The three of you that started in the inn already have a night in the inn paid for. So this night coming up is already covered. What about the rest of you? Where are you staying?
Olive, shall we go get an inn room? Somewhere to spend the night?
Sure, I guess.
I'd
I usually
start
just grab
heading
myself
toward
into
you.
a hole somewhere, but
We can consider this a nice hole.
Which inn would you guys like to stay at?
I'd head to the one that's right here. Also, because it's the cheap one.
and it also makes the DM's job really easy because we're all in the same inn.
Fiscal responsibility. Fiscal responsibility.
Olive usually sleeps in a hole in the ground somewhere. That's fiscally responsible.
I was going to say,
Nyack likes
Olive
to-
technically, can Olive, I don't know how plasmoids work, can you basically sleep in a bucket?
I literally have a bucket instead of a bedroll.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
when they
love it.
sleep, they lose all form. They
Oh,
just
that
become a
makes sense.
puddle.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Muted.
I like the idea of using you as a surprise attack by just picking up a bucket and just throwing it at
Throwing
something and you pop out.
They think they're throwing a bucket of water at them, and then they're like, "Oh, ow, ow! This water
Suddenly
hurts."
monk.
This water is punching me.
This water, I tell you what, it's good stuff. It's got a real kick to it.
I'm gonna assume Nyack and Olive are going to share a room. Considering you guys are both pretty tiny. It is 5 gold a night.
Whew, at the cheap end.
That's a
At the
cheap
cheap
one?
end. That's the
Wow.
cheap one.
Yoicks. That 250 gold is not so generous.
Arlie, where are you sleeping?
I will trot around to the inn to see if it's possible for me to get a room there.
They cautiously look you over and take no offense to this, miss, and I'm sorry to say it this way, but all we really have is the stable across the way.
You have
We
no
just
rooms.
gave our last room to those two. You're welcome to eat in our tavern, but I'm sorry. That's all I have.
Ah, that's
At least
fine.
it's about a lack of rooms thing.
That's
You
what
can
they're
tell it's just-
saying.
You can tell it's just been Christmas time. There's no room at the inn. You'll have to stay in the manger.
There's a person behind you who's like, "Oh, and here's your room."
Right.
Well, and if you look, the downstairs is actually fairly crowded now.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll camp out somewhere.
I am
I would-
dreadfully sorry.
I'm literally gonna go around to this little courtyard area and just bed down there.
Okay.
Gonna be a deer.
It's
Not sleeping with the
fine.
horses and cows. Ugh.
Right. Those of you at the inn, how many of you are downstairs in the common area, like the tavern area?
Did you
All
say
of
the
those,
tavern? Did you say that the tavern area looks busy?
Yes.
Okay, so as he comes up to the thing, he sees through the window, and he just sees how packed it is in size. And knowing which my room is on the first or second floor, I'm going to walk around the outside of the building to where it is, and just look up through the window at the room. And all of a sudden, you just see like a cloak of feathers appear around me, and I just vanish from that spot and teleport upstairs to my room.
Arlie, you would have seen this.
Wait, what did he just do? I'm sorry. I was distracted by.
Basically, I
What?
just vanished in a massive swirl of feathers, of raven feathers.
From in the inn?
No, outside the inn.
Oh,
You would have been at the back of the inn where you're currently bedding down.
yeah. And you just disappeared?
Yep. And then you might notice, like, suddenly afterwards, a light comes on in a room above.
Interesting. I'm gonna take a really hard look around the whole area to see if I see you around the courtyard at all. Wow.
And you would not see him.
Doesn't matter. He could be standing there. I still probably wouldn't see him. All right. Strange.
I am also in the tavern dining hangout area.
Okay. Those of you that are there, you notice that there are 2 barmaids running the downstairs, delivering food and drink. The kitchen is very busy with food coming out like crazy. and they're like everybody just seems to be in a whirlwind of not I'm gonna say chaos, but like organized chaos. Like they're used to it being this busy in the evening. So the barmaid does come over and take your order, what you would like to drink, what you would like to eat. They let you know that the tankards of ale are 2 silver apiece. Food is 5 silver. Didn't look up the cost of wine, you butthead.
They haven't gotten their wine delivery yet. They're all out.
They tell you that they've got 2 different types of mulled wines available. One is 2.5 gold per. And it's basically by bottle, like it's not a glass. Like if they're gonna pop a cork, they're just gonna give you the whole bottle. So it's and they're like 700 milliliter bottles. Like they're not super small or anything. So one of them's 2.5 gold. The other one is 1 gold.
I would order the 2.5 gold bottle.
Olive's just ordering food.
Okay.
Can Olive get drunk? Is that possible?
Technically, no.
Okay.
But for RP purposes, you may do so at any time.
I was
Why
going to
not?
say, if Olive ingests liquid, does his form just increase in size?
He bloats.
That's true of everybody. Technically.
Like, can you see the liquid moving inside, like a different color?
Probably like not liquid, it would dissolve pretty quickly, but food, you can definitely see it hanging in there as it's slowly dissolving.
That
Ugh.
is awesome. I love it.
I'm
That's
just
not
imagining
a
like,
visual I needed.
I'm just imagining like beer going round like a lava lamp.
Going to Radix and Splenda, are you ordering anything to drink or to eat?
Yeah, I would just put down a gold and just for a meal and an ale and
Okay. You put down 1 gold, and she asks you if you want change. If you say, I'm assuming you're gonna say no. But
yeah, just
your body.
slide it.
Okay. She comes back with your food and 2 tankards of ale.
Give a nod and
Splenda.
Can I order something that doesn't have meat in it? Because that's what she would do.
So right now their meal, their 5 silver meal, is essentially bread and stew and cheese.
Okay. I mean, I would order that and just eat around the meat in the soup.
Okay.
And then she would ask continuously for water.
You ask for water, they look at you for a moment, and you do know water will kill you, right?
Water will kill me.
Like it. Where do you think we get water from?
Where do you get water from?
Our roof.
I'll have some water, please.
They have a death wish. They must have a death wish. There's no other answer. You see her walking off, muddling something about obvious death wish. She comes back with your meal, and she places a goblet in front of you. And it's actually more like a wooden cup. And in it is probably the rankest water you've ever seen.
Oh, whoops. All right. I don't drink it. I just keep it next to me and look at it periodically while I nibble on my food.
Does the cleric have purify water?
Okay.
My character would have agreed or tried to, even if it costs them a bit more, and I'll deduct the coin now, agreed to have a meal delivered to their room at a certain hour.
When would you have done that?
When I booked into the room, so I can now deduct in retroactive.
Okay. For clarification, are you doing that because the inn is busy?
No, he would have eaten in his room regardless.
Got it.
But the fact that it's busy means he made very much the right call.
Okay. Because they would have proactively, like they would have said, we're going to be busy tonight. Our evenings are generally busy.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be able to bring you food.
Okay. He's willing to pay extra for it, though.
That's fine. Their statement still stands because they're hustling and bustling downstairs.
Okay.
So time would pass and you would still not see food coming to your door because of how busy it is downstairs.
That's fine. He'd just be sat on his bed meditating.
Okay. Those of you downstairs, I think it's 4 of you that are down there. So those of you that are downstairs in the inn, you are each approached by a guard. Like one guard comes in, he approaches each of your tables one at a time. And all he says is, the governor would like to see you in the morning. That's it.
I didn't do a crime.
I ask why.
So we're gonna, well, since Olive spoke up first, we'll resolve that table first.
The last conversation Olive had was the governor saying, if you do a crime, I'll kill you.
Right. And the guard looks at Olive and goes, "No, little one, you did not. The governor just wants to meet with you to discuss something. There's a concern. I don't know details. I just know something is concerning him, and he would like to discuss a possible solution with you."
Nyack will turn to Olive and go, That means he wants a favor.
So we can put pressure on him?
I mean, maybe. If that's what you want to do. What? Why? Why?
Tit for tat. He was a little rude.
Remind me not to get on your bad side.
The guard leaves Nyack and Olive's table and goes over to, I don't know how to say your character's name, Splenda.
Saldrieth.
Okay, God bless you. You couldn't have picked an easier to say name. Thanks. My tongue now hates you.
Well, to be fair, all of us just have a propensity to do something pretty tiny on purpose.
I Yeah, I need more. I need smaller names, people.
Yeah, I want to say that Endis did
4
that.
letters.
I
It's a
know.
normal word,
Listen,
even.
I appreciate it. So the guard goes over to Splenda's table. The governor would like to speak with you in the morning.
Why?
It's a pressing matter he believes you might be able to assist with.
Me?
Apparently.
Really?
I don't know. Something about an elf at the tavern. I don't know.
Oh, I'll be there. I'll help.
Okay. And you see him like checking stuff off of a list. He goes over to Dante. The governor. Sorry. Yeah? The governor has asked to see you in the morning.
Figured this was coming. Thank you.
How did you figure that? We just
Because I
found out.
spoke to him earlier.
So you know that he needs your help?
Yes.
Man, these guys must be psychic or something. He like checks your name off the list and heads out of the tavern.
As he is starting to leave, or as soon as he says that these guys must be psychic, I respond telepathically because I can do that. Yes.
And you see him like freeze as he goes to exit the door and like slow turn back at you. Like, holy crap. And then he turns and walks out of the area. Arlie, from your location, you would hear guards talking about some kind of a problem. They're not giving specifics, so you can't really deduce what the problem is, but there's something very pressing, very urgent. And the governor is, and you hear him say, no, I talked to this person, they'll be there. I talked to this person, they'll be there. They'll talk to the governor. Another guy's like, this person won't go. They're refusing. This person's refusing. Like, so you overhear the discussion of this concerning matter.
Fascinating.
Right. We're gonna time skip to the morning because that just makes things easier. Northern, at some point late in the evening, someone eventually comes to your door with food. And all they set the tray down in front of your door, knock, and walk away.
Absolutely perfect. That's what I was
Yeah.
hoping to do. Yeah, I give it like 30 seconds, then I open the door, take the food, and go in, start eating.
The following morning, those of you who go downstairs for breakfast, you find like bread is on every table. Most of the loaves of bread that are on the tables are half gone. It's obvious that whatever crowd was here the night before was up and out early this morning, like before the crack of dawn.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
If you said it, I totally missed it. But what time of day was my presence requested?
In the morning.
It was in the morning. Okay, I would have gotten up early and showed up really early and skipped any kind of meal.
Okay. Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're saying people were up before dawn, that's when I would be up.
Okay.
So I would have seen that early crowd, and I'd have just taken something and gone into a corner.
So you're up, it's pitch black out.
Yeah, because again, I only need 4 hours at night.
Okay.
Before 5 a.m., I'm already up.
Okay. So, it is morning and it is breakfast. The loaves of bread that are on the table are half gone. the crowd that was there in the morning, there the night before, has pretty much dispersed. It's obvious that the tables are being cleaned from people having already sat down and had their morning meals. There is only one barmaid this morning. The kitchen staff seems to be quieter. It doesn't seem to be as bustly. Those of you that get up in the morning and go downstairs, this is what you would see. Are any of you going to be late sleepers or early risers?
I was going to be pretty free about it.
I would rise it like slightly before dawn.
Okay.
I'm the same.
Okay.
I'd consider myself just a regular dude. I don't know.
Okay.
But as far as breakfast, I'd basically just go and see if I could find a piece of fruit while heading out to the, munch on something while I walk to the governor's place, whenever that timeline happens.
I gotcha. Basically, I'm making sure that I'm trying to see where the extremists are. Because there's always at least one in every campaign of somebody getting up really early doing rituals or prayers or just being psychotic. So just figuring out who's in what camp.
I'm in the it's far too early to be awake camp.
Right.
Yeah.
So, those of you that got the invitation to meet the governor, you would. So, Splenda's character would be the first one to arrive. Upon arriving there, you would knock on the door. A lady would answer, and she would tell you to wait there. He'll be with you shortly. And she leaves you on the front porch.
Okay. I would just fold my hands and just kind of just wait politely.
Yeah. The porch is not a small porch, so think like large southern porch. So it's a huge, it's a big porch. It's very comfortable. A lot of space. Yeah, like Cracker Barrel. It's great. But it's still the front porch. Like they're not opening the home for anybody yet. So anybody who would arrive after that, which I don't know who would attend which of you that got the invitation would arrive next. Those of you that would arrive after, you would see her already standing there.
Yeah, I think it would just, for me, depend on if Olive and Nyack sat and ate breakfast or whatever by the time that I got up, but that would basically be the thing on my mind whenever I got up and grabbed something to go. So put me wherever.
So I would say you would probably be the next to arrive at that point. And then I don't know when Nyack and Olive would arrive.
Olive would be eager to go, but I'm not going to rush Nyack either.
Nyack would have sat down for a meal and pulled out the bottle of wine from the previous night and had a glass. But then, after a glass of wine and shoving some quick food, probably not long behind Dante.
Okay. Arlie, you would see them heading out to the governor's house, because they would walk past you on while they're on the main street.
On this like big giant porch, is Valdria like still like right near the door, or like are you away?
I would have stood to the side so that, I'm clearly this is where I'm meant to be, but not in the way.
Okay, I will approach and see you kind of standing there.
Standing.
Were you waiting on something before you entered?
I was told to wait, so I am waiting.
I knock.
Did you say you knock?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, the woman comes to the door. Yes, can I help you?
My presence was requested here this morning.
Ah, yes, please wait here on the porch. The governor will be out shortly. And
He's coming out to us. Excellent.
she steps back and she closes the door. Quietly, very delicately, actually.
I will whistle a tune while I have my back like against the other side of the door frame.
Can Dante carry a tune?
Probably with some reasonable success. I mean,
Are you proficient in performance?
proficient? No, but I maxed out on charisma, which it relies on.
Okay, I can accept that then.
It'd probably be, a combination of a whistle plus, like tapping of my feet, and ends up being some sort of like slow Delta blues sort of deal.
Okay. So Nyack and Olive hear whistling as they approach the governor's house.
I don't think he invited us for a show.
No,
Seems
no,
weird.
probably not. Oh, look, it's the Dragon Man.
As I see you guys kind of headed this way, give the old wave, the two finger.
Okay, big floppy sleeve wave.
No need to knock. He will be out shortly.
Fair enough.
I don't acknowledge anybody's presence. I am merely standing still and waiting.
Arlie, what is your character doing?
So I wandered like around the house, between the houses and the buildings, and I'm just kind of watching the porch from like a hidden location, essentially, going like, what's going on over here?
Okay.
This is curious.
Northern, at around this hour, you would notice people talking about the gathering at the governor's house. And one guy's talking about how he declined the invitation. Something about he doesn't know what good he would do to the governor to be, or what value he would be for insight to the current situation. So it just sounds like there's something going on, but there's no details to it.
1 second. After a while listening to this and just thinking, I'm gonna just get up and walk over to the governor's house, and same as yesterday, I'll just knock on the door and see what happens.
Okay, so you already see 4 people standing outside the governor's house, outside the door.
Yeah, and it's the ones I recognize from yesterday.
I mean, at least one of them.
Well, I'm assuming Dante and Nyack are both out there.
So is Olive.
Yeah, but Olive, is Olive still cloaked up?
Yep.
Okay, so it's Nyack and his strangely shaped, same height friend, Dante, that he'd seen, and then the fourth is, I'm assuming, Thaldrith. He just nods at them all from under his hood and just leans against the wall.
Do you still knock?
No, if there's already a queue of people, he figures out that they're just waiting.
Okay.
I would nod if I'm addressed, but I don't meet anyone's eyes.
Okay. You guys are all standing out for probably close to an hour before the governor comes out. And he apologizes profusely. I'm very sorry. And he turns and he shuts the door behind him as he steps fully out onto the porch. If you've ever been married, you know you have to make sure the wife is happy. So, now that she's appeased, and the house is now functional, we can discuss why I've called you all here. And you see him slowly just looking around at the people on the at all of you on the porch. Huh. Not the turnout I was expecting. Okay. So I might no, I do need assistance.
I told you he'd need a favor.
Right. We oh, it's horrible. We have a official dragon sighting to the north.
Clearly didn't walk far enough.
You walked 5 minutes out of town.
You know, you would see a dragon from the distance. You just wanted to get far enough out of town that you'd spot stuff.
Maybe.
The issue is that the dragon has been spotted outside of Vinla, and the concern is that it's either headed this way, which is frightening in and of itself, or it's going after the treasures of Vinla. There's rumors of powerful weaponry and tools in Vinla. It's all rumored, but no one goes 'cause ghosts. So, yeah. So if you do not feel up to the task of hunting this dragon down, I fully understand. And I feel horrible asking, but we lost 6 guards yesterday when they went out scouting.
So you lost 6 guards. So you want to send 5 of us?
I mean, I told you yesterday that I could have taken out those 2 guards. So I'm with at least 2 guards.
I have reason to believe that as seasoned travelers that you are, that you would be able to handle yourselves well enough to, if nothing else, tell us if the dragon is coming this way, even if you do not encounter it.
Two things. One, do you know how large of a dragon?
Hold on a second. He reaches in his inside pocket and pulls out it's a crumpled piece of paper with like horrible scribbles all over it. They believe it to be a young dragon. That's the only answer they have. Honestly, it could be a wyvern. These guys are so young and green. I have no idea. I don't think half of them have ever seen a dragon to begin with. Unfortunately.
I mean,
The second,
you got mistaken for a dragon yesterday.
He's
yeah,
not wrong.
clearly I can't be expected to put my life at risk for this place. I have no loyalties here. Is there a reward?
We were offering up 1,000 gold. Now, to be fair, it would be split amongst you. But we have 1,000 gold that we are able to part with to get answers on what's going on.
Out of character, geographically, how far of a trek or is a distance between Vinla and here?
It was a couple of days, if I remember last time.
I have no idea.
We have done that walk before, but the other way.
Yeah.
I think it was about a week.
Yeah, but we were
Well-
also trying to drag a cart through mountainsides, if I remember
Right. And then we also went, exploring in the caves some and whatnot as well.
Hmm. Which totally is new characters we will do again, because we've never been there before and have no idea what's in them.
To be fair, we haven't been there since the world entirely changed either.
True.
That's true. They might have more than sticks that turn into shovels now.
Well, we also met the living fire thing that babies were all dead and whatnot. And
That was the episode I missed.
So it's roughly a 4 days walk because of the detour up through the mountains.
Okay, doke.
Works out about 50 gold a day. Wait, no, 25, you've got to come back. I've heard worse pay.
I don't know. Are any of you capable?
I wouldn't be the first scrape I've been in.
Capable of what? I'm capable of a lot of things.
If a dangerous dragon were to be in our presence and defend ourselves,
Oh, quite, yes. Worst case, I would just leave.
I mean, I want to help, but I don't want to hurt. I don't want to kill anything. I don't know. Why me?
the
Why do
thing
you
is trying to kill you. You kill it.
I,
You
why-
or it.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't put myself in that situation if I don't have to.
That's honorable, but I hope you actually have a heart in this if you're planning to go.
While you guys are having that exact conversation about this time I trot up and I'm like, oh, if you're going to go search for a dragon, I'll help you. I'm happy to take out another
Oh.
dragon.
Where did you come?
Now you have to split it 6 ways.
If it's that big of a concern, Olive, I will add an extra 200 gold. So you still get the same share.
I look up at Beryl, and like the fact that they've snuck up on us, I look down at her hooves, expecting to see like slippers or some shit underneath them. And I'm like,
Wax.
yeah. I'm just looking at them and I'm like,
You also clearly notice the only weapon she has is a short bow. That's it.
Does she have a pack? Like a backpack or saddlebags? Or like
Yeah.
which one?
I have a backpack.
I totally would have gone saddlebags.
So
I was, but I was like, that's too horse. I don't want to do that.
if you're a centaur, how do you put on pants?
I don't wear pants. My armor is like chest.
more importantly, how do you handle stairs?
Nah.
I saw
Carefully.
something horrifying where they pointed out that a centaur would have 2 rib cages.
Yes.
That's why they can run so fast and for so long. It's fine.
It's fine. Olive doesn't have one, so we're still at an even 1 rib cage per person on average.
Yay. We still have the right amount of rib cages.
I'm so concerned what this conversation has devolved into. Oh. So Beryl has now arrived. The centaur is on the scene.
Have any of you
Please
encountered
describe your
a-
character, Ali, as none of us have seen you till this point.
Yeah, you see me much more clearly. Like, I'm a white and black paint centaur. So, like, you know, black and white splotches all over. She's fairly tall. Not quite as bulky as you might expect, like, a horse person to be. More lean. I forget how high I made her. Oh, her head height is like 5'2", so she's not that tall. Small for a horse person.
Oh, I never described my character either. I forgot
Oh,
to. So she's very obviously a high elf, and she has hair that's like in a bunch of really elaborate braids, and it's blonde, but like really white blonde with a touch of like a silver sheen to it. And she has really pale blue eyes, and you would almost swear that her skin has a soft silvery shimmer to it too. She's not tall, but she's not short. She's pretty much average in every way, and a little bit on the younger side for an adult elf.
Oh, I forgot to say my hair is white and I have green eyes as well.
Did you play another teenager in this game?
Me? No, she's not a teenager. She's definitely an adult.
Okay.
To be fair, elf teenager is like 130.
Have any of you encountered a dragon before?
Yes.
No.
Other than you?
Yes.
He's not a dragon.
Dragon-ish.
Okay. You're human-ish.
I'm really not.
Well, thankfully I'm not the only one, but if people are willing to listen to advice, then this is fine with me.
Don't get killed. It's the best advice.
Yes.
Try not to stand all together in one spot.
I mean, can we reason with the dragons?
No.
No.
Oh.
What is it you actually do then, miss? You don't fight, but what is it you can do?
I help. I guide people, and I heal their wounds and their sicknesses.
Ah, healer.
Doctor.
Well, those are often needed, especially with dragons.
I don't want to heal war wounds. I just want to help people. I just want to take care of people.
Sometimes
Well, when
healing
those things
war
are trying
wounds
to
needed.
eliminate you, there will be war wounds.
I mean, the dragons threatening to come down here and, I assume, murder everybody in the town. Stopping it from doing that helps people.
I mean,
Each of one has a point.
I guess. This is a strange place. Everyone here is so spicy.
Spicy?
Spicy.
Can't say I've ever been called spicy before.
You see him just like raise a hand to his mouth and just lick the tips of his fingers and perhaps.
So here's how it will work. Those of you that decide to go, you will be checking in with me directly. You let me know that you've decided to go. Any supplies that you need for your journey, we will cover. If you try to get things that aren't a necessity, you will have to pay for them. But food, rations, things like that, a bedroll should you need it, or a tent should you need it, we will cover. When you return with either information, well, let me change that. If you return with only information, I will give you the 1,200 gold, as discussed, for the 6 of you to split amongst yourselves. Should you come back with proof of the death of the dragon, or wyvern, whatever it is, and any information, then I will double it. Know that if it's not, I'm going to use the word fresh because I don't know a better word for it, then we will know. So please don't try to fool us. We do have precautions for that. Should you need reinforcements, I don't have a big army right now, but I do have some available that should things get squirrely and you do need help, I will send you with a sending stone to reach out to my alchemist, who will then get word to me so that we will send somebody to you promptly. If they cannot reach me within 10 minutes of receiving word from you, they have instruction to go and send help on their own. So help will be sent promptly, whether they can reach me or not. Although they should be able to find me. I don't go far. So the only thing I need to know is which of you will be going.
I'm in.
I'll go.
Nice.
Probably means Nyack's gonna have to follow me.
I suppose I have to.
The small one seems eager.
Sir,
Yes.
how badly do you need me? Is this a demand?
No,
will-
not from him, but it is from me. Grow a heart. You want to help people? Get on it.
Wow.
Pip-
Gosh,
mean-
these people so God.
Sassy.
Not doing anything is cowardly and will result in people dying.
I don't want people to die.
Well,
Then
then you
help
should come
them,
help
mate.
us.
Now let's go punch a dragon.
Oh no, no punching.
I'll do the punching.
Okay, you can do the punching. That's okay with me.
Perhaps I misjudged you, Dragon Man. I like you.
Thanks.
What better way to preserve life than to stop the one intending to snuff it out? I think you should come with us.
I mean, I'll go if I'm being told to, and I'm being told to, so I'll go.
Wonderful. Then he reaches into his opposing coat pocket and pulls out, I mean, it's like $50 size stone. Very small. And he offers it out to Dante. While the smaller one over here appears to be most eager, you seem to be most leadery. You seem like the take charge kind of person. So
I know what's right, and I know what to do to keep it right. So yes.
I can accept that. So I will leave this with you should you need help. Have you used a sending stone before?
Not quite like this, but I'll figure it out. I have a knack for things like this.
Yeah, it I don't know. It seems to just work naturally. I can't explain it. I would say head out when you're ready. The market has instructions to give you what you need. I would say go as a group to the market, because the sending stone has my seal on it. So that will be your token, if you will, that will let them know that I will be covering your expenditures. Because I know you're traveling through, I don't know if you know where everything is. Food market, and he points to the west. Food market is over there. Should you need arrows? And he looks over at Beryl and notices that they have a bow. Should you need arrows or arrowheads? Things of that nature. He points to the east. That market over there will be of assistance to that regard. I wish our alchemist had potions available. I would send you with them. Unfortunately, it'll be another 4 days before potions are ready. And we do not have 4 days to spare. Do any of you have any questions?
Do you have mounts available? If time is of the essence, it'll make it faster for us to get there and back.
It would, and I wish I did. I have 3 horses to my entire guard, and all 3 of them are out on scouting missions. Oh, your internet is crapping.
I did not get any
Hold
of
on.
that.
Hold on.
All right, there you go.
There we go. Okay,
You're
you're
moving.
back.
Anything else found along the way?
Such
Hours.
Yes. I would consider that your time, and whatever you do on your time is your business. If that makes sense. Yes. Anything else? Fantastic. I look forward to hearing back from you. And he actually, instead of going back in the house, he walks off the porch and off down Main Street.
No,
Well.
look around. Do you guys need to get anything?
Food and water here. You?
I will need to go wherever since I have the insignia, but just please tell me and I will follow, I suppose. Try to use your time effectively if you can.
Early, where's the bow on your person?
It's on her back,
Okay.
like her torso back, not her horse back.
You got enough arrows for that?
I don't really use the bow.
Says no more and just accepts it.
So yeah, wherever people need to go, like I don't think I need anything extra. I kind of planned that out. But
Olive's good to go.
Yeah, apart from getting food and water, rations, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't need to get anything.
Basically enough for a 10-day journey is how he'll describe it.
So rations you would just get at the food market to the west.
Mm-hmm.
You would want Dante to go with you because he has the seal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
After
already have it in on your character sheet for the rations, or do you need to actually purchase the rations?
I have rations on my character sheet. I have like 10, so
Okay. Are you purchasing more?
well, yeah, the idea was to get supplies for 10 days journey there and back, plus
Okay.
days there.
Okay.
Because I think that he said to get food, so I assume that would count.
Yeah.
Okay. Now about water, because Thaldreth basically learned that water here is just on the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't actually carry any more rations. That puts me over my carry capacity. Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't carry much.
It looks like you're not getting more rations.
Yeah. Wait, hang on a second. It's because wait, are we using coin weight?
No.
Hang on, let me fix this. I think it's still showing me with coin weight. Nope, I'm over carry capacity by 23 pounds with just my normal equipment. What the fuck?
Well, that's wild. Do you
I
have,
have a
like,
What did you pack on?
I have a strength of 8.
Sounds like you need to declutter.
that's, I mean, even with a strength of 8, that still gives you like 100 or 110 pounds.
120 pounds, yeah. I have my shield, my sword, my mail, bedroll, mess kit, rope, tinderbox torch, 10 rations, 1 water skin, and a tent.
And how much your shield is gonna weigh a good bit.
The shield weighs 6 pounds. The scale mail weighs 45.
Yeah.
I might have to change the armor.
I mean, realistically, with your dark vision, do you really need 10 torches?
Probably not, but that's only 10 pounds. I'd still be over by 13 pounds.
I mean, this is what backpacking is about, is you find what you're not going to need and you eliminate it. Like, do you have a fire spell? You can get rid of the tinderbox.
Do I have control flames, but I don't have the ability to create them.
Prestidigitation?
Can prestidigitation create flame?
Yep,
Yeah.
you can light candles and stuff.
Okay, then yeah, I don't need a tinderbox. Cool, I'm now only 12 pounds over. To be fair, the tent is bloody heavy.
Yeah.
But it's the scale mail that does it, because scale mail is fucking heavy. I might have to downgrade my armor.
I mean,
You don't need a tent either.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't do anything unless there's inclement weather, and even then it's up to the DM mostly.
Mhm.
Alright, I've taken the tent out then. And that's put me under carry weight. But basically, yeah, I have no freaking weight allocation whatsoever. I need a breastplate stat.
So, what did you do with everything that you just took out of your inventory?
I've just deleted it. As in, it never was there. I wouldn't have. I didn't realize that I was overweight.
So, I'm RPing this as you went back to your room and loaded your bag and went, oh crap, I can't lift that. And started to unload stuff.
Yeah. And he's basically just left stuff in his room.
Okay. Are you going to tell anybody that you've left, that you're abandoning this stuff in that room? Or are you just going to leave it and walk away?
No, somebody can have some free shit whenever they buy a room. Buy a room, get a tent.
And 10 torches.
And a tinderbox.
And a tinderbox. Oh, something to light the torches with. It's fine.
Yep.
Oh my. Okay.
You know, like how you get those Christians who leave a Bible in people's hotel rooms. This guy just leaves my first camping kit in your room.
I think every hotel I've ever I've stayed at has had a Bible in it left by the Gideons.
Yeah, well, instead of having a Bible left behind, you've got like baby's first camping kit.
Right. Because why not? Oh my. Okay.
It just leaves a note on it saying the road ahead.
Right. Is there anything anyone would need to do before heading out?
Nope.
Awesome. So, that's why I'm not on the same map as you guys.
Yeah, a breastplate is like 25 pounds lighter than scale mail. Holy shit.
If you are ready to head out, I'm going to have you move your token to the northern gate of the town.
Nyack would lag behind a little bit and kind of duck off into a tree for half a second and then run to catch up with everybody.
Is that where Owlkins poop or something?
That's what she just asked me. No.
I looked at him and I was like, did you just poop in a tree?
He had something he had to do,
Uh-huh.
but it was not bathroom related.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to end here for the night. Because who knows what shenanigans will come. And it is already almost 11:30. And all this snow weather has me wanting to go to bed early.
Yeah, I need to get some rest.
Let's do 900 for experience tonight.
Yay, we got the party together. We got a mission.
And you can earn some extra cash.
It's the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Feels weird doing this at level 15, but
There's a meme that goes around and like everybody's describing their character and they're all like, but it's a lone wolf, but they're kind of a lone wolf. And then it goes to the DM and he's like, I hate you all.
I mean, the thing
feel
is,
that.
to be level 15 and not have any connections in the rest of the group, you kind of have to be a lone wolf.
The problem
I
with the
will
lone
get
wolf
my
thing
backstory
is
to you this week, by the way, Cease. I've just had a heck of a time since my brother's wedding.
No, that's cool.
the problem with the lone wolf thing is the being a lone wolf is supposed to be a character flaw that you're supposed to work through and get beyond.
Right.
And people forget that. They want to be like, "Oh, I'm the super cool guy who doesn't need anybody." And like, that's a flaw.
Well, that and they use the lone wolf thing in actual real life, that's not how wolves operate either.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Right.
too.
You go through the party and everybody's a lone wolf, and then the last guy's a long tooth shifter.
I was gonna say, which one of you guys has the lycanthrope tendencies?
Nobody yet.
I mean,
Yet.
Olive can change into pretty much anything.
I was gonna say,
Technically,
full moon,
sort of.
Olive just starts howling.
We don't know what Olive's gonna do while you guys are out camping. Y'all still haven't seen Olive go to sleep yet.
No.
We haven't seen all the space yet. Well, Beryl has.
Yeah.
No, I would say Nyack has at this point.
Well, Nyack has known Olive for like years, so yeah.
Yeah.
No,
There's
when I'm looking at the class setup, I'm looking forward to the dynamics of this group. Like, I know that technically we have 3 people with cleric, but we only really have 1 cleric. But we also have like 2 sorcerers, a wizard, and we just have a ton of damage and healing. We just don't necessarily have a tank.
It's gonna be interesting.
In fact, our tankiest person is our healer, which isn't great.
That's fine. As long as
Cause-
they actually stand, you know.
Because your
Yeah.
healer doesn't want to hit anybody.
Right.
So she can get hit by everybody.
Right.
That's fine.
Oh man.
I'm just
I've
looking
built-
forward to the point where she starts putting out the heals that has her proficiency bonus on top, which then works with the feat that if people take it, they get their proficiency bonus added on top of that as well. So like she does a level 1 cure wounds and it's got like a plus 11 to it.
It's kind of funny that your tankiest character is also the one that wants to be cowering behind a tree and go, no, don't fight.
Funny, maybe problematic.
Well, it's better than the last tanky character we had, which basically just charged headfirst into everything.
I don't know that it's better. I think it's just the polar extreme.
Yeah.
Actually, she's not the tank.
Who is?
It looks like the highest health and AC comes out to be the wizard.
What? Really?
Wizard has the highest HP.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I can't see olives, but
I was
No,
gonna
it's Olive.
Yeah, that's the point. We do have a monk. Monks are tanky.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Olive is very
Olive
high
is built to be tanky.
HP. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see Olive's sheet, so
Yeah, I hit it on purpose
okay.
Yeah.
for fun.
No, well, hang on. No, I've got more AC than the wizard.
yeah, but I mean, it's because of what? Medium armor?
Yeah. And like 10 hit points less, but yeah.
I have access to medium armor. I just don't wear it because then I can't fly.
Oh.
Ah.
Monk, so AC 18 right now, which is fine. But then I have like 150 hit points.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay, that's the tank.
Yeah. Yeah. Olive is built to take some damage.
We
at
just
present.
throw Flubber at the front.
Okay.
All right. So next week we will pick back up 8 o'clock promptly, and we're going to start the travel to towards Vinla. Some things that I am taking into account on this revamp, if you will. I am taking weather into more consideration now. I always kind of took lighting into consideration, so that's still a thing. So like daylight, all that good stuff. That weather and just making sure that, again, like that we're marking off like our rations and supplies and stuff as we're using them. Do we have any like the good berries or summon food or anything like that in this party?
I can create food and water, but at a high level and for a lot of people.
It's like
Great.
a third level spell, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
But the
Just
water,
so I
the
know.
food doesn't last, but the water does, if I remember rightly.
So if if you use that, let me know. So we can account for that. Because I know like before we had like good berries and stuff, so rations didn't really matter. And we're back to rations now matter. So there's that.
Paul is a 15th level monk, so rations don't matter. The level 15 monk ability, I don't need to eat or drink anymore.
You don't. And everybody else does.
That's everybody else's problem.
Listen.
I'd just say if we get really, really thirsty, we wait till Olive goes to sleep and just put a straw each in his bucket.
And then you dissolve from the inside out.
Yeah, you really don't want to do that.
That's vomitous and disgusting. And on
We
that
always
note,
have a piece of him inside us.
Olive's not fluid. Olive has a thick skin.
like breaking into a Capri Sun that's got nothing good inside.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say breaking into like 2-day-old custard.
No, worse than that.
Okay.
All
And
right.
then, like, you get to the nice life energy sucking goo inside.
Okay, we need to change the subject before I actually hurl. That's disgusting.
New plan? We offer Olive as a drink to people we don't like.
Poor Olive.
Mhm.
These are the people. These are the people you're stuck with, Olive. I'm sorry.
I'm not a drink, I'm a people.
Right.
Yes, you are.
I'm just,
You're
I'm
not a
just
people, you're a
imagining,
being.
like, using you to poison somebody and just like going full, what's he called from Mortal Kombat, where he goes inside their ear and just blows them up from the inside.
Right.
Shang Tsung, that's it.
So the big thing is I want to make sure that we are starting at 8 o'clock because I don't want us running until midnight. I feel like that's just unfair to everybody. So 8 p.m. promptly we're starting. If you're not here, I'm just starting without you. I'm getting to that point. So next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll pick up again. We'll start the trek to Vinla, and who knows what you might encounter along the way. All kinds of fun shenanigans. So, any questions before we end the night? Fantastic. All right, if you guys come up with any questions or concerns or anything, shoot me a message. Otherwise, great game tonight, guys, and I will see you next Saturday.
Thanks for running it, Sue. See you next week, guys.
Everyone.
All right. That's going to be it for us tonight. We are all done. So we got the party back together after the party said goodbye to this mortal coil. And my, what a party it is. We have definitely an interesting group of characters. Yeah. So that'll pick up next week as we head off to try to at least scout a dragon, if not fight and kill a dragon. If it's just one, I don't think it'll be a problem, but apparently our DM wants to do back-to-back TPKs by... She'll just throw like 17 dragons at us. So, yeah. Hey, Scotty. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that next week. Tuesday and Thursday, as normal, are going to be our WoW raid nights. I guess we're going to keep doing the normal Farak, and then on to Heroic. That'll be Tuesday and Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern, and then more D&D next week, Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern. And until then, as always, thanks for coming, thanks for hanging out, and have a great night.